Hello. It always seems a shame to me that some vegetable seedlings have to be thinned out so that others can have more room to develop. In this video I'm going to thin out some parsnip seedlings in my raised bed and transplant these seedlings into a bucket of soil that's just produced some early potatoes. Let's see what we've got in this bucket, Meg. Oh, Meg wants me to throw that rope again. Just hold on. Okay. Oh, it's quite dry. Yeah, it is. I don't know if you noticed, but there's some soil already in this batter. I have harvested a couple of potatoes earlier today and the soil was quite wet, so this has surprised me because these buckets were standing fairly close together. And I would have expected them all to be wet. Hey, look at that baby. Woo, woo, woo. How you getting it? Oh, and another below it. Come on. Oh, here's another. Oh, and another. Oh, come on. Good night, Vienna. I'm going to shake this out. Are you ready for this? I hope you get all this. Alright, we're going to shake this out. Oh, that is a definite way in. Yep, a definite way in. Let me just get rid of this. With 2 summer months ahead of us still, these seedlings can grow on until we get a frost. 2 vegetables from the same bucket of soil in the same year. That's the aim. That would be a result. Let's do this. Okay, before we go down the garden for the parsnips, let me just show you this. Pencil, teaspoon, we're going to need those. Garden riddle. This is some of the larger material that was in the soil, that was in the wheelbarrow that you saw earlier in this video. I've simply put that soil through this garden riddle, taken this out, and the soil's in this bucket now. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, so this is simply the base from a 10-inch pizza, polystyrene base with 7 equally spaced holes in it. I'm going to plant 7 of those parsnip seedlings into this bucket, and this is going to enable us to give each parsnip the same amount of room. Yes, it is. Oh, hello, Meg. Oh, Meg's in the garden. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to mark the stations like this. Are you paying attention, Meg? Or are you having too much fun with that rope? We're going to mark the stations like this. Let me just... not too sure how this comes out. So there are our 7 stations. And we're going to open them up further than that because we want to give these parsnips a reasonable chance of getting a good contact with this soil once they're in here. Okay, so there's our 7 planting holes. Right, let's pop down the garden and get 7 parsnip seedlings. Are you up for this? I know you are, you've come this far. Come on, let's go. Meg, we're going down the garden. Come on, down here. These are the parsnips. It's a variety called White Gem, and it's described as a medium-sized variety. So we're not expecting too long a root on this particular parsnip, but we don't want one, do we? Those pots are hardly 10 inches deep. So I'm going to try and tease some of those plants out using my teaspoon. When we've got 7, we'll go back up the garden and we'll plant them. Okay, I'm going to move around to the other end of the row now to complete this job. I think you've got the gist of this. I don't think you need to say any more. But what I am going to do now, before we go back up the garden, is I'm going to give these parsnips a drink of water, because we have unsettled some of the roots on the parsnips that are remaining in the bed. Meet you back up the garden. Well, that didn't take long, did it? These are the seedlings. Generally, the more soil attached, the better chance you have that they'll actually get a hold. So we'll just pop that in there like that. How's that? There's no soil disturbance on that particular one because it had a good soil ball attached to it. Let's move this pencil. Try and lift them by the seed leaves. That's the 2 smaller leaves. Just pop that in there like that. Straighten it up and tuck it in. Pop that in there like that. Tuck it in. A lot less soil on that one. This one will need to get a good contact, otherwise you could quite easily lose it. But don't worry. There we go. Now, as you can see, there's a couple of these got true leaves already, but they only have the one true leaf, as opposed to the 2 seed leaves that you can see. Last one. And this one only has the 2 seed leaves. It hasn't even developed its first true leaf yet. So that's the baby of the bunch. And we just put this down. Give Meg the rope. Now what we need to do is give them a drink, isn't it? Right, Meg? Now what I'm going to do now is, these seedlings don't want any sun and they don't want any wind, as the wind will just blow them over and the sun will dry them out. So what we'll do is, we'll stand these next to a wall. If you're doing this, if you've got a shed or a greenhouse, anything, just get them out of the wind, get them out of the sun and get them established. Okay, and we'll have a look at these in a few days' time, see if we manage to get all 7 to root. Okay, that's it then. Transplanting parsnip seedlings from a raised bed into a 10-inch ex-cut flower water bucket using soil that's already produced potatoes. If we get these out at the back end of the year, in the autumn of the year, that's 2 crops, 1 bucket, same soil. Hey, come on, it's worth having a go. This, isn't it? If you've got a bucket and you've got some soil and you've any of these in the garden, you might want to lift a few and do what I've just done now. See you in a few days' time. We'll check these out. a week later and all 7 parsnips are still standing. All of them are still standing. So I think they've got away. I think they're now viable. I think they will grow on. But there's quite a few months to go now before we actually get any result. And anything could happen in those few months. But hey, fingers crossed we get 7 nice, white, sound parsnips out of this bucket of second-hand soil. They all had 2 seed leaves when they went in. Some had the odd true leaf, but they've all got a true leaf now. In fact, some of them have got 2 true leaves. So yeah, all these parsnips have got away. Hey, homegrown veg. Give it a go. If you don't give it a go, you'll never know. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.